All right, I'm back with more systems of equations. We're looking at word problems now. So we are looking at Monday. Joe bought 10 cups of coffee and 5 donuts for his office at the cost of $16.50. Turns out that the donuts were more popular than the coffee. And so on Tuesday, he decided to buy 5 cups of coffee and 10 donuts for a total of $14.25. So we're looking to find out how much each cup was of the coffee. So we're going to start off by just labeling what we have. So our coffee, let's label. I'm going to try to change it up. Coffee we'll call C. We'll call the donuts D. So donuts D. All right. So we're going to start off with the first problem. So the first one, we had 10 cups of coffee. So 10C. And we had 5D, 5 donuts. And we had a total amount of $16.50. So that's the first one. Now we're going to look at the second day. So the second day he did 5 cups of coffee and did the reverse. So he did 10 donuts and he totaled up to be $14.25. So when we're looking at these, this one's a good one to do elimination with. So in this case, we're going to focus on doing the elimination. So it doesn't really make a difference what you decide to do. I'm going to actually just multiply this whole bottom equation by -2. That way, what I'm doing here is I'm going to try to eliminate the cups of coffee. So my new equation, my first one is fine. We're going to just rewrite it as the way that it is, 1650. And then we're going to rearrange this. So this is going to be -2 times positive 5C is going to be -10C. And then we're going to take the -2 and multiply it times the positive 10D, which is going to give me -20D. And then -2 times the $14.25, which is going to give me a -28.50. Now, don't start to panic because you're going to have negative answers here. It's okay because it's going to work out just fine in the end. We're going to combine everything. Now, these are going to add up to be 0. 5D and -20D is going to give me -15D. And then when I do 1650 and I add that to -2850, or just subtract it, we end up with -$12. So then we want to divide both sides by the -15. That's where we're going to end up back with positives. So then we have a donut is worth 80 cents. You could write 80 cents if you'd like. So now that's not the question. The question is how much is each cup of coffee? So now that we know the donuts are worth 80 cents a piece, we can go back into any of the original two equations. I'll just go in, it doesn't matter really which one. I'm going to go into the second one. We'll do 5 cups of coffee. And then the original equation, which you always go back to the original. One thing I'm going to tell you, always go back to the original, because if you made a mistake somewhere along the line and you changed your equation, you will make a mistake and then it won't work. So go back to the original, 5 cups with 10 donuts. We're going to replace the 10 times now instead of D. We're going to put 0.8 or 0.80 for 80 cents. And it cost me $14.25. And then when we go ahead and do that, this is going to end up being $8. And then we're going to solve this by subtracting 8 on both sides. 5C is equal to $6.25. And then we're going to divide both sides by the 5. And we're going to get our cups of coffee cost $1.25. So on this question, the answer for this one would just be that the coffee costs $1.25 per cup. If you'd like more questions like this, you can find them on my YouTube channel, You Want Algebra. Check them out under the System of Equations Word Problems section.